Sup, my dudes? Daytona on MX Bikes. I'm having a lot of fun checking out some more of these custom tracks here. It definitely seems to be getting a lot more in this game, which I'm really excited about because that was one thing. If you played MX Bikes over the past 3 or 4 years, you know, there hasn't been a whole lot of custom tracks for it. And now they're really starting to get into these replica tracks and all this kind of stuff. So definitely let me know down in the comments what other tracks I should check out on MX Bikes. Some tracks you want me to do some reviews on, I'll certainly take a look at that. But yeah, so first off, what I want to say, by the way, this track is made by the Nico Mauk. I don't know how to say his last name. It's the ARL series. Just did a review on a different track of the same series. This is like the 2021, replica series of the game here. So first thing I want to say about this track is when it comes to the stadium and the objects and the ground decal and just the graphical level of everything on this, it couldn't be better. It is absolutely perfect. Like, it's amazing as far as everything that's not actual terrain, you know what I mean? Like off-track stadiums, billboards, everything. Finish line thing, the whole caboodle, bro. All of it is perfect. It's exactly what I would expect, from like a top-level esport MX bike series, right? Ground decal, awesome. The different, high detailed, darker sand color and then goes to the clay color. Amazing. I'm dead serious when I say it couldn't be better looking, okay? But, we got us a little but in there. It's still running into the same issue that I was just talking about with my track review yesterday. It's got this weird, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's like the lanes are at least 5 foot shorter than you would expect. Like, for instance, when you come around a corner and you're going down a straightaway or you're going down a certain rhythm lane or whatever, you feel like you're going to be able to get to like second, third gear type situation, right, on a 350 or a 450. But in all reality, you can't even really do that. You're in more of like first and barely even into second gear. Like, barely, bro. This sand section, the like wider normal sand section on the track does open up a little bit, which is really good. But man, certainly around like the first corner area, second corner area, it is just so much shorter of a rhythm lane than what you would expect it to be. And I can't help but get that feeling of where it feels like I just barely even get on the gas full throttle, and it feels like I'm already to the corner, or already past the corner. It's like I feel like I can't even get on the gas anywhere because of how short the rhythm lanes are. The main Supercross triple jumps feel good. The whoops, size-wise, feel pretty good. It's not like every aspect of the track is too small scaling-wise. It's just... And the width of the track is actually pretty good. I would prefer it to be just a little bit wider in some areas, but there is some areas where I think it's perfect. But you can huck that one wall in the back to the moon and back, big dog. But yeah, it feels like it's hard to even keep the bike on the track with how small the track feels. You know what I mean? It's like the track was made more for an 85 or a Super Mini or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just all in my head, but I just feel like if the rhythm lanes were just extended, every straightaway was just extended like an extra 5 or 10 foot, and all the jumps were like jump faces and landings were, elongated, 2 or 3 foot, to fit it within that longer rhythm lane, it would just make everything feel better. It would make the jumps feel better. It'd make the landings feel better. It'd make the whoops feel better. It'd make like the speed of how fast you can get going on the bike feel better. Make everything feel better. Got a big dog outside revving his engine. He's awesome. Might actually be a mower, kind of what it sounds like. He's big dog mowing, boy. I mean, and I'm not just trying to sit here and dog on this track. It looks amazing visually. It does. I mean, like I'm saying, couldn't be perfect, couldn't be more perfect visually. It's downright amazing visually. Feel like I'm talking about an official Supercross game here. But the gameplay, but the track, it's not exactly what, for me, playing all the years on MXM, all the hours into all these games. If you know my history, I've been through it, dog. I know track scaling. I know how things feel. I know how a smaller track feels, how a bigger scaling track races, and I'm not saying make it unrealistic big scaling. I'm not saying make it crazy big scaling like my custom tracks on MXM. That's not what I'm saying at all, And with the dude making the lanes feel shorter like that, what it does is some of the jump rhythms kind of feel like the jumps are so close together that there's not even really a transition. It's just like jump to jump to jump to jump, back to back to back, especially the rhythm before the finish line. That one, the jumps are just so close together that it's like, it's hard to even jump it like a rhythm section. It almost becomes more like a whoop section than a rhythm section, but it does have the cool over-under bridge. I mean, it's all here. It's all here visually. It's all here obstacle-wise. But it's just, all it takes, man, is to be off on one little element of track building, and it'll totally change the entire dynamic of the track. It'll completely change it. Like, there's going to be a lot of MX bikes, fanboys that'll hop on this track and just think it's amazing because it looks amazing. Oh my God, we have Daytona on MX bikes, right? But yeah, I mean, there's definitely some fun areas on this track for sure. There's definitely a lot of work put into this track. I guess that's why, to me, it's almost like, damn, I think in my head what it could have been. It could have been one of the most legendary, filling tracks in the game had that lane distance and corners not been so tight. And that's what creates the tight filling in the corners, because it's like I'm saying, it feels like you can't even get on the gas before you're already, midways deep in the corner. You barely even get on the gas, like, holy shit, I'm already to the corner, and like 0.0 seconds. It's insane. You don't feel like you can actually ride around the track. It's this constant feeling of, get on the gas, oh shit, got on the gas too much, now I've got to tiptoe around these corners. It kind of gives you that sort of feeling. But your lane scaling is too short whenever you almost come to a complete stop in the whoop sections, even when you're wide open through the whoops. That's how you know, and that happens on this track. Like, you can be wide ass open through the whoops, and it almost comes to a complete stop because of how short the actual lane that you're in is. It's like you're hitting that big single before you really should be, right? And you don't have enough room to get enough speed and momentum out of the corner for it to just carry that speed through all that. It's like the bike just almost stops itself, right? But yeah, either way, I would say difficulty on this puppy is, you're probably looking at like easy to medium, somewhere in there. It's not super hard. You can do some cool triple rhythms. You can hit that Big Daddy jump over the fucking wall in the back, right? But overall rating, I mean, as far as the looks of everything, it's 10 out of 10, But as far as the actual track, got this dude still mowing out here. Oh my God. There is nothing that'll jack up a video quicker than somebody trying to mow, dude. Like, holy crap. Oh my God. Times get hard, but a man's still getting it out here, dog. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect the guy out there putting the work in. I've had a lot of mowing days myself. I know how that is. But yeah, but as far as the track itself, it's like somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 6, maybe, So you got to kind of mix the 10 with the 6. You're going to get like an 8, something like an 8 I don't think this is like an amazing MX bikes track. If you had this kind of scaling on a Daytona on MX Simulator, it would be more like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, you know, but I have to be a little more lenient with MX bikes because so many of the tracks in this game have that smaller scaling, so just is what it is. But either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dude.